Have you ever felt like something inside you is out of sync? Like you're pushing so hard to make things happen, but deep down, something feels off. Or maybe it's the opposite. You go with the flow, trust your feelings, and care for everyone around you. But you still feel like something's missing. That tug of war inside you isn't random. It is the battle between two invisible forces that shape who you are and how you move through life, masculine energy and feminine energy. Now, don't get it twisted. This isn't about being male or female. It's not about gender at all. Masculine and feminine energies are two sides of human nature, two powerful currents that flow through everyone, no matter who you are. Every person has both inside them. The question isn't which one you have, but which one is leading your life right now. Imagine life as a river. The masculine energy is the riverbank, firm, structured, and steady. It gives direction. It's what keeps the water moving forward instead of flooding everywhere. The feminine energy is the water itself, flowing, flexible, nurturing, and full of life. Without the bank, the water would lose its path. Without the water, the river would be dry and lifeless. When both energies move in harmony, life flows smoothly. But when one overpowers the other, chaos begins. Let's be honest. Our world today leans heavily toward the masculine side. We live in a culture that celebrates hustle, logic, deadlines, and control. We're taught that success means doing more, earning more, achieving more. We're always in motion, chasing goals, checking boxes, proving our worth. But somewhere along the way, we forgot how to pause, feel, and just be. We've lost touch with the feminine side, the energy that helps us slow down, connect, and find meaning in what we do. You can see this imbalance everywhere. People are burnt out but can't stop working. They have money but no peace. They scroll endlessly for connection but feel lonelier than ever. The world keeps saying, do more, while the soul quietly whispers, feel more. The truth is, when we live only in our masculine energy, we become machines, productive but empty. And when we live only in our feminine energy, we can headless, emotional but without direction. Balance is what brings the two together. The drive to act and the wisdom to pause. Think about it. Masculine energy builds the house. Feminine energy turns it into a home. Masculine energy sets the goal. Feminine energy reminds you why the goal matters. One is focus, the other is flow. One is the mind, the other is the heart. When they work together, life stops feeling like a struggle and starts feeling like harmony. But here is something most people don't realize. Your energy shapes everything about your life. The way you talk, think, love, work, and even argue comes from which energy you're operating in. If you're stuck in constant doing, you'll feel tense, competitive, and disconnected. If you're stuck in constant feeling, you'll struggle to make decisions or stand firm. Both extremes lead to stress, confusion, and unfulfillment. The balance between masculine and feminine energy is the balance between strength and softness, logic and intuition, power and peace. It's not about picking a side, it's about letting both sides dance together. When your energies are balanced, you stop fighting life. You start flowing with it. You take action without burning out. You love without losing yourself. You feel deeply, but stay grounded. That's real strength. Not the loud, forceful kind, but the calm confidence that comes from within. And that's exactly what this video is about. Because once you understand how these two energies work and how to balance them, your entire world starts to shift. You'll understand why you react the way you do, why your relationships feel the way they do, and why you keep repeating certain patterns in your life. When you balance these energies, things begin to click. You make better choices. You attract better people. You finally feel at peace with yourself. So here's my promise. Stay till the end of this video, and I'll help you discover which energy rules your life right now and how to bring it back into balance. You'll learn a few signs to spot imbalance in yourself, and by the end, you'll have a clear path to harmony, one that makes your life calmer, your relationships stronger, and your sense of purpose deeper. Because this isn't just about understanding energy, it's about understanding you. We spend so much time learning about the outside world, yet so little time learning about the world within us. But once you see how your inner energies work, everything changes. You'll realize that you don't need to become someone else. You just need to bring yourself back into balance. So take a deep breath. Let's go on this journey together. A journey into the part of you that no one ever taught you to explore. By the time we've redone, you'll see that masculine and feminine energy aren't opposites. They're partners, and learning to balance them might just be the most powerful thing you ever do. Let's start with a simple idea. Masculine energy is the part of you that wants to move forward. It's the voice inside that says, let's go, let's fix this, or let's win. It's all about direction, focus, structure, and strength. It's not about being a man, it's about being driven. Every time you make a plan, chase a goal, or take control of a situation, you're using your masculine energy. Masculine energy is the force that builds, protects, and leads. It thrives on clarity and logic. It's what gives you the power to set boundaries, make decisions, and stay steady when life gets tough. It's the energy that keeps you grounded when emotions run wild. It's what makes you say, I've got this, even when the world feels chaotic. Without it, we'd drift through life with no direction. Think about when you're focused on a goal. Maybe studying for an exam, working late on a project, or trying to build a business. You're in your masculine energy. You set a plan, take action, and push through challenges. That drive, that discipline, that hunger for progress, that's the masculine at work. It's like the engine that keeps you moving. It doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It creates it. But masculine energy isn't just about work or success. It's also about protection. It's the part of you that stands up for what's right, that defends your loved ones, that keeps your emotions in check when you need to stay strong. It's courage, stability, and presence. When you're in your healthy masculine energy, you feel confident, calm, and in control, not because life is easy, but because you trust your ability to handle it. Still, every strength has a shadow. When masculine energy becomes unbalanced, when it takes over too much, it turns hard. It starts to dominate instead of lead. It stops listening and starts controlling. You might know that feeling when you get so focused on results that you forget to rest, or when you so determined to win an argument that you forget to understand the other person. That's the shadow side of masculine energy. All action, no awareness. People stuck in this state often burn out. They push and push until there's nothing left. They chase goals endlessly, but feel no peace when they reach them. They think showing emotion makes them weak. So they eat Italiano. But the truth is, too much masculine energy doesn't make you strong. It makes you numb. You become like a soldier who never leaves the battlefield, always fighting but never feeling. You can see this in society too. We're surrounded by messages that glorify constant effort. Work harder, be tougher, don't stop. But that mindset only feeds the masculine side and leaves no space for softness or rest. And without balance, even the strongest energy will break down. You can't always run at full speed. You can't always be in control. Sometimes you need to let go and trust the process, and that is where feminine energy steps in. But before we get to that, let's look deeper at what makes the masculine so powerful. At its best, it gives your life purpose. It helps you take your dreams and turn them into action. It's what helps you stay focused when things get messy. Masculine energy says, keep going. It's the builder, the protector, the provider of structure. Without it, your ideas would stay as dreams. Yet, masculine energy alone isn't enough. You can build an empire, but without feeling and connection, it'll feel empty. You can win every race, but without peace, the victory won't mean much. That's why understanding masculine energy, isn't about rejecting it. It is about learning to use it wisely. You want your masculine side to serve you, not control you. When it's in balance, masculine energy makes you strong but not rigid, confident but not arrogant, logical but still open to emotion. It's steady, patient, and dependable. It says, I'll take care of this, and actually means it builds trust in others and in yourself. That's the power of a healthy masculine presence. It doesn't need to shout. It simply is. So, take a moment to think. When was the last time you felt deeply focused, disciplined, and sure of your path? That was your masculine energy at work. When was the last time you felt exhausted, controlling, or disconnected from your emotions? That was your masculine energy out of balance. In this journey, you will learn not to fight it, but to master it, to use your masculine energy to take action while letting your feminine energy bring peace and purpose to your actions. Because one without the other is incomplete. Now that you understand the essence of masculine energy, its strength, its structure, and its shadows, it's time to meet its counterpart. The softer, flowing, emotional side that gives life meaning, feminine energy. Have you ever met someone who just makes you feel calm, like their presence alone softens the air around them? Someone who listens deeply, who feels things others overlook, who seems to move through life with ease. That's the power of feminine energy. It's gentle, but don't mistake that for weakness. Feminine energy is one of the most powerful forces in existence because it creates, heals, and connects everything around it. Feminine energy is the energy of being, not doing. It's intuition, emotion, creativity, and flow. It doesn't rush. It trusts. It doesn't chase. It attracts. It's the quiet voice inside you that says, take a breath when life feels too heavy. It's the part of you that feels deeply, dreams freely, and loves without reason. Where masculine energy builds, feminine energy nurtures. Where masculine energy leads, feminine energy listens. You can see it in nature, the moon that lights the night, the ocean that flows no matter what stands in its way, the calm after a storm. Feminine energy doesn't fight for control. It adapts. It knows that strength doesn't always come from pushing harder. Sometimes it comes from surrendering, letting go, and allowing things to unfold in their own time. When you're in your feminine energy, you move differently. You speak slower, you listen more, you connect with people's emotions. You feel inspired, creative, and open to new experiences. You trust your gut, even when logic can't explain why. You don't just see life, you feel it. That's why feminine energy is often linked to empathy, art, intuition, and healing. It brings softness to the sharp edges of the world. But just like masculine energy, the feminine has a shadow side too. When it's out of balance, it can turn into passivity, over emotion, or confusion. You might lose direction, avoid decisions, or let people cross your boundaries. Too much feminine energy can make you overly dependent, always giving but rarely receiving. You might find yourself saying yes when you want to say no, or waiting for life to change instead of taking action. That's the danger of imbalance, whether masculine or feminine. When feminine energy dominates, emotions take over. You may feel lost in your thoughts, constantly overthinking, or stuck in what-ifs. You may dream endlessly, but never take that first step. This imbalance feels like drifting. You move, but there's no direction. But when feminine energy's balanced, it's magnetic. It draws opportunities and people. Naturally, it's patient but not passive, kind but not weak, emotional but grounded. It knows when to speak and when to stay silent. It feels deeply but doesn't drown in emotion. It gives without losing itself. And this is important because feminine energy is where all creativity begins. Every idea, invention, and masterpiece starts from a spark of feminine energy. The creative impulse, masculine energy, gives it form, but the feminine gives it life. Think of it this way. Masculine energy builds the structure of a song. Feminine energy makes it beautiful. Masculine energy writes the plan. Feminine energy gives it purpose. In relationships, feminine energy is connection. It's the warmth, compassion, and emotional awareness that makes love feel alive. It allows you to open your heart without fear. It listens instead of reacts. It receives instead of it doesn't seek to control. It trusts the process, and in that trust, it creates space for others to grow. In today's world, though, Many people have lost touch with their feminine energy. We live in a society that rewards doing more than being, logic more than feeling. We're told that emotions make us weak and that success means never slowing down. But ignoring your feminine side comes at a price. You start to feel disconnected from yourself, from others, from life itself. You lose your sense of wonder. You forget how to rest. Feminine energy brings back that balance. It reminds you to pause, to breathe, to listen to your heart before making decisions, to trust that sometimes not knowing what's next is perfectly okay. It's the part of you that says, you don't have to fight everything. You can let things unfold.